This is Scott, W2BLD, and this is the Morning Brew for the 12th of August. This is net number 1027 for those keeping score, and I'll be your host for the first hour with Dickie on the log. Then we'll turn it over to Al, K8BAC up in Britain, Michigan, with Vicky on the log as well. Question of the day is an easy one. Do you generally answer surveys after you get service or make a purchase? Now, this is generally speaking, do you generally answer the survey or not? I know a lot of things, those surveys make a difference to some companies and some employees. But with that, let me acknowledge the text check-ins here before we get started. And don't forget tonight at 8 o'clock right here in the East Coast Reflector, we have the Tech Net. And bring your technical ham-related questions and see if we can find answers for you. At the top of this list this morning, we had KA8BYU Roy, KC2NJV Wayne, KD9YUZ Jimmy, VA3GLJ Greg, N3DQD Ray, KQ9KX Paul, NJ2VT Peter, KE2EDS Mark, W9AFK Adam, KE2EIO Michael, KD2YUY Charles, WA8PGV Dan, and K1MCO Jay down in Orlando. Let's take some mobiles. Mobiles only, please. Come with your call sign twice and slowly.
Kilo Zulu 4 Juliet November. Kilo Zulu 4 Juliet November mobile.
Hello, Kilo 4, Kilo Zulu, KK4, KZZ.
Tango Juliet, mobile.
Echo 2, Charlie, Kilo, Echo 2, Charlie, Kilo.
Quebec 4, Kilo Hotel, KQ4, KK8. W8 NJT, Whiskey 8, November Juliet Tango.
Kilo Romeo 4, Echo X-Ray Victor. Kilo Romeo 4, Echo X-Ray Victor.
All right, let's hold it up there for a moment. Recognizing from the bottom up, we had KR4EXV John, W8NJT Nick, KQ4 KKH Randy, KE2CCK Matt, W8STJ Steve, KK4 KZZ Mark, KZ4JN Anders. Who do we miss in there? I know there was one other one or two. Please come with your call sign twice and slowly at your mobile.
N2ZVN. N2ZVN.
X-Ray Echo 2 Juliet Alpha Mobile.
Alrighty, recognizing XE2JA Yair and N2ZVN Allen. Let's go to the top of this list. Question of the day. Do you generally answer surveys after you have service performed or make a purchase? Let's go to Anders, KZ4JN. Good morning, Anders.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicky, and everyone else on the brew. I generally do not answer those kinds of surveys. I do generally give a feedback if it was horrible or if it was great. But generally, the answer will be no. I am Kilo Zulu 4, and I'm sending it back to you, Scott.
Alrighty, thank you, Anders. Have yourself a good day, and thanks for joining us. KK4, KZZ, Mark in Satsuma, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning. As far as surveys, not on a regular basis, so not commonly. once in a while, but I guess that would be kind of like a no. So anyways, I hope everyone has a good day, and I'll send it back. KK4KZZ.
Alrighty, thank you, Mark. Appreciate you joining us. Next up, W8STJ, Steve in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, everybody here on the Morning Brew. And for me, same as the others so far, generally no, unless there's been a real bad experience with something or some service. Hope everybody has a safe and blessed and cool day ahead. 730 W8STJ.
Alrighty, thank you, Steve. Appreciate you joining us this morning, and have a good one. KE2CCK, Matt in Frankfort, New York. Good morning.
Good morning to you and everybody on the net this morning. Nice to hear ya. Yeah, you know, not everything I do a survey on, but if it's needed one, then I'll do it. That's about it. KE2, back to net control.
Alrighty, thank you, Matt. You have yourself a good day. KQ4, KKH, Randy in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Good morning.
Happy to be here this morning. General exception if
Morning, everybody on the net. Generally no, unless I know that they are incentivized for getting a good survey back, or if it's just completely stuck, or if I'm getting a free meal out of it. W8JT back in the control.
Free meal. Now you're talking my language. Have a good day, Nick. Appreciate you joining us. Let's go to KR4EXV, John down in High Springs, Florida. Good morning, John. Tell me, do you generally answer surveys after you have service or get a purchase?
Good morning to the net. No, I don't. I've had a couple bad experiences where, you know, it's, I filled one out, the next thing you know, I'm bombarded with calls and emails, and so the answer is no. It's,
Alrighty, John. No, it is. Thanks for joining us. Let's go to N2ZVN, Allen in Kendall, New York. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Everyone on the brew. I'm going to go with a general consensus of, you know, yeah, sometimes if it's exceptionally good or exceptionally poor. Other than that, I find them quite an annoyance. And two's at the end. Everyone have a good day. Back to that.
Alrighty, thank you, Alan. Appreciate you joining us. Next up, XE2JA, you're here down in Chihuahua, Mexico. Good morning.
right
Reflector, good morning for joining the group. This is exit to JA Mobile in Chihuahua, Mexico. Thank you, 73, good day. Back to the net control, exit to JA Mobile.
Let me acknowledge some more text check-ins that we got here, and then we'll run that list. We had NA2B, Charlie, W3CBE, Chuck, KB3EYR, Greg, and W2BUT, Dan. Let's go to the top of this list, Roy and Blaisdell, KA8BYU. Good morning, Roy.
KA8BYU. I agree. If it's unusually good or unusually bad, that's about the only times I'll do the survey. Other times I just let it slide. And hope to see everybody on the HeckNet tonight. Back to you.
Next up, KC2NJV, Wayne in Belmore, New York. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott and the rest of the crew. I would say more times than not it's a no. Have yourself a wonderful, cool day.
Degrees. Appreciate you joining us. KD9, YUZ, Jimmy in Wakarusa, Indiana. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicki, and Al, and everybody on the crew there this morning. Unless it's extremely outstanding service, generally no. I find them to just be a big pain in the butt. But if somebody comes here and does something, and it's outstanding service, then yeah, I'll give them a wave. Back to you, Scott. Everybody have a great day. KD9YUZ.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy. And I see this is going about as well as a question yesterday morning. Have a good day, Jimmy. VA3 GLJ, Greg up in Cartier, Ontario, Canada. Good morning.
Morning, Scott. Good morning to the Brew crew. Currently 64, 18 degrees Celsius. Answer to your question is no. Generally, I don't answer those surveys. Just can't be bothered. Everybody have a great Tuesday. 73, VA3 GLJ.
Alrighty, thank you, Greg. You appreciate you joining us. N3 DQD, Ray in Beaver, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Scott, Vicki, and the rest of the crew in there this morning. I generally answer the surveys if I have positive things to say, but if it's been a negative experience, I do not answer them. Back to net. This is N3DQD.
Hey, thank you, Ray. Appreciate you joining us this morning. KQ9, KX, Paul in La Pointe, Wisconsin. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to go with the flow. If it's an individual great effort by someone, we'll maybe pat them on the back. Otherwise, usually no. Have a great day.
Thank you, Paul. NJ2VT, Peter in West Rutland, Vermont. Good morning, Peter. And do you generally answer surveys after service or purchase?
Hey, good morning, Scott, Vicki, everyone on the Brew crew. Generally, I do if I have something good to say. If it's a negative one, no. But generally, yes. It's going to be 91 degrees here in Vermont today. It's no hotter down in Florida than it's going to be here. We wish everyone a good day on the Brew crew. Have a super day from NJ2BT.
Alrighty, thanks, Peter. Appreciate you joining us. We had Mark at KE2EDS, one of your open mic night hosts, and Elmo was in and out. Let's go to W9AFK, Adam in Downers Grove, Illinois. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. The answer is no, because when you answer yes, they sell your data. So don't want to be a part of the data. So again, answer is no. W9AFK, back to that.
Alrighty, no it is. Thanks for joining us, Adam, and have a good day. Let's go to KE2EIO, Michael down in Elm, New York. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, everybody. Typically, no. I don't want to be solicited in phone calls and emails and all that other stuff. It's KE2EIO 73. Everybody, and everybody have a good day. And think snow. Back to that. Thank you.
Thanks, no, I like it. Have a good day, Michael. Appreciate you joining us. Let's go to KD2YUI, Charles in Syracuse, New York. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. Put me down in the no column. Generally, no. And I'm kind of curious about how to get that free meal that the one person that answered got free meals. So I'm going to throw y'all back to that control, KD2YUY.
Alrighty, thank you, Charles. Yeah, free meal. Never a free meal. Have a great day. WA8, PGV, Dan in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Good morning.
Morning, Scott, and everybody on the Brew. I probably answer surveys and reviews about 20% of the time, so I guess I'm in the low column. And you have a good day.
All right, thank you, Dan. Yeah, my Amazon device, which I'm not going to say the name of, asks me a couple times a day. I made a purchase 5 weeks ago. How did you find it? So I always answer just for giggles. Next up, K1MCO, Jay in Orlando, Florida. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everybody on the Brew Crew. This is K1MCO in Orlando. Normally, Scott, it all depends on the situation. If it's a good service, I do answer. If the service is bad, maybe not. But yeah, just put me down for yes. Send it back to you, Scott. Have a great day, and hope to hear you soon, my friend. K1MCO in Orlando, 73.
Alrighty, Jay, thanks for joining us. I did hear you earlier there when you were on your way to work, but I wasn't in a position where I could answer. Appreciate you joining us this morning. Let's go to NA2B, Charlie and Birdie down in Sun City Center, Florida. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Everybody on the net from Birdie and I. Tampa Bay 81 this morning. Very nice here this morning. Response to the question, I'm going to say no. We normally don't respond to any surveys. The only time I ever will is if it's directed to the actual website of the business that I just got done doing business with, so to speak. But if it's a third party asking for a review, absolutely not. Like the other caller said, you end up putting your information out there and then you start getting slammed with spam email. So, no. Thanks for what you do. I'll keep it short and back to that.
All right, thank you, Charlie. You and Birdie have a good day. W3CVE Chuck in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everybody on Brew.
Put me down for no, Scott. And have a great day. W3 CVE.
Alrighty, Chuck. No, it is. You have yourself a great day. KB3EYR, Greg in Quarryville, Pennsylvania. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicky, everyone on the Brew crew. This is KB3EYR. Generally speaking, no. I do not, which is kind of ironic since I've been in the service business for most of my life, but I generally do not fill out the surveys. Have a great day. Back to net control.
Alrighty, thank you, Greg. Next up at W2BUT, Dan up in Milan, Michigan, one of our team members here in the East Coast Reflector. Good morning, Dan.
Hey, good morning to you. Well, yes, I answer surveys generally only for businesses that I patronize more than once. That I'm a return customer. I like to share good feedback with them, or if there was a problem. But some of these little places you buy something from online that your review means nothing, or that type of stuff. I don't bother with that. I've learned that you wind up getting a lot of spam email from those. But we'll say trusted vendors, yes. Now back to you, W2PUT.
Alrighty, Dan. Have yourself a good day, and thanks for joining us. This is W2BLT. Let's acknowledge some more text check-ins here, and then we'll take everybody, and we'll run them at once. We had KM4WZD, Joe. W2KDC, Dennis. KD3AJN, Anna. N6QDY, David, and N8ZFH, Gary in Woodhaven, Michigan. Who else do we have out there this morning? Anybody, anywhere looking to join us? Please come with your call sign twice and slowly.
N1 NDN, mobile, November, Delta, November.
K4 CBS, K4 W2 CJM Mobile.
K4 CDS, K4 GDS. So this is Kilo Echo 4, Zulu Yankee Quebec. Kilo Echo 4, Zulu Yankee Quebec. This is Victor Echo 3, Tango November. Victor Echo 3, Tango November, Ontario, Canada.
VE2 VAW Victor Echo 2 Victor Alpha Whiskey René Codigan MB au Québec.
Whiskey.
Oh, Bravo
Delta
2 Papa
8.
Oscar Bravo KB2 POB in and out today.
Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Alpha Victor. Kilo Charlie 3 Lima Alpha Victor.
Whiskey. Delta 8. Papa India Charlie. WD8PIC. Victor Alpha 3, Romeo Foxtrot, Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Romeo Foxtrot, in and out. KK5, MEL, Kilo, Juliet 5, Mike Echo Lima, in and out, Jose.
KR4 EMM in and out.
Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet. Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet.
Alrighty, let me pick it up there, tell you who we got, and we'll see if we missed anybody. We had VA3 KTJ Jinsuk. We had KR4 EMM. Vince, Fort Lauderdale, was in and out. We had KJ5 MEL. Jose in Austin, Texas, was in and out. You both have a great day. We had Byrne, VA3 CRF. Bill, N2 BH. KC3 LAV, Mike. KB2 POB, Patrick. WD8 PIC, Bob. VE2 VAW, Renee up in Granby, Quebec. We had a VE3 TGN, Tim in Windsor. KE4 ZYQ, Joe. We had W2 CJM, Charles. And we had K4 GDS, Gil. N1 NDN, Bernie. Who do we miss in there? Please come with your call sign twice.
Kilo Echo 0 November Charlie Victor. Kilo Echo 0 November Charlie Victor. Still in Rockville. EC3 FBX. EC3 FBX. Listening for work. In and out.
Kilo Quebec 4, Union Lima Papa. Kilo Quebec 4, Union Lima Papa. In and out.
Kilo Echo 8 Sierra Mike November. KE8 SMN.
4, Romeo Sierra Mike. November 4, Romeo Sierra Mike.
Alrighty, we're going to hold it up there. Let me recognize these folks. We had N4 RSM Richard, KE8 SMN Jeff. We had KQ4 ULP, Bruce was in and out. We had a VE3 FBX, Bentley was in and out. Thanks for joining us, fellas. We had KE0 NCD, Phil. And the rest of them I acknowledged. Let's go to the top of this list and run them. Question of the day is, do you generally answer surveys after you get service or make a purchase? Let's go to KM4 WZD, Joe in Claremont. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicki. Good morning to the crew. Easy answer for me on this one. It's a solid no. We don't respond to surveys. Everybody take care. 7-3, it's KM4 WZD. Back to now.
All right, thanks for joining us this morning, Joe. Let's go down. I forgot here, we get a mobile. W2CJM, Charles in Selden. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, Scott, Vicki, everybody on the crew. The answer would be no. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for doing the net.
Alrighty. Thank you, Charles, and have yourself a great day. W2 KDC, Dennis in Dansville. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone on the brew. I generally do the surveys if I get an email and have a minute. I don't have anything negative to say usually, so that's the story. W2 KDC, back to that.
Alrighty, thank you, Dennis. Have yourself a great day. Next up, KD3 AJN, Anna down in Beaver, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, Scott and Vicki and the crew in there this morning. My answer is no. Everybody have a great day and stay cool. KD3 AJN.
You have a great day, Anna, and thanks for starting it with us this morning. N6 QDY, David in Sacramento, California. Good early morning, David.
Hey, good morning there, Scott, Vicky, crew, and everybody in the Zoom room and 6QDY. Answer, no. Generally, no. Hey, have a great day, and back to net control, sub 3 and 6QDY.
Thank you, David. And I'd love to know the statistics on how many surveys are sent out and how many are answered in the United States, because it seems like you get them with everything now. This is W2BLT. Next up, N8ZFH, Gary in Woodhaven, Michigan. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the crew. And sometimes, and that's mostly from places that we stay or frequent, and it would benefit the people that we've interacted with. But random surveys, definitely not. And at work, when I ask for some support from IT, every time I get a survey, and about 10% of the time I'll answer them, they survey us way too often. Please check me in and out. N8ZFH, back to net.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate you joining us. N1, NDN, Bernie in Hudson Falls, New York. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, Brew Crew. November 1, November Delta, November Mobile in Queensbury, New York this morning. And I do respond to some surveys, like the previous station, those that places that I stay or frequent or whatever, but random surveys, nope, don't do it. In fact, some surveys can be scammed. So unless it's someplace I recently stayed or interacted with, no, I do not. 67 degrees here in Queensbury, beautiful skies, and wish it would rain. Back to net, good morning. N1 NDN, Mobile.
Right, thank you, Bernie. Appreciate you joining us. Next up, K4 GDS, Gil in Orlando, Florida. Good morning, Gil.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everyone on the brew. Generally, I do, probably more often than not. I do get annoyed, though, when you get into the second, third page and just ridiculous amounts of information they're trying to collect. Simple surveys, I'll respond. K4 GDS, back to net.
All right, thank you, Gil. Have yourself a great day. Appreciate you joining us. KE4ZYQ, Joe down in Clinton, or up in Clinton Township, Michigan. Good morning.
Good to you, Scott and Vicky in the Morning Brew from KE4ZYQ. I'm a poet and don't know it. But no, I don't respond to the snail mail surveys or the electronic internet surveys, but I do respond if there's an issue. Thing in my book is that I used to work retail is if there's no feedback, there's no problem. Silence is golden. But if there is a problem, I call up companies or organizations and give them my 2 cents verbally, because there's more inflection and more seriousness in a feedback than it is a piece of paper with a yes and no or up and down or whatever. But I think more companies would value the response if you actually call them up if you got the time. And I do that more often than not. But if it's not, they know everything should be fine. Silence is golden. Back to you, Scott. Good question. And Vicky and the crew from KE4ZYQ.
Alrighty, thanks for joining us, Joe. We appreciate it. And I worked for a company where your annual review was based on a large percent on their surveys that were returned about your performance. Have a good day. VE3TGN, Tim up in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Good morning.
Good morning, Diet Drinking Fraud, and everybody on the frequency. My answer is no. I absolutely no. Have a good night, and thanks for being there and let me get in there. VE3TGN, Pues neutral.
All right, thanks for joining us this morning, Tim, and you have a good day. Next up, VE2 VAW. Renee in Granby, Quebec, Ontario, Canada. Looks like you're new to the system. Good morning.
Morning, je pense que c'est Scott, si je me trompe pas, là. Oui, I looked at that frequency that week, and I take the repeater from Plattsburgh, 100 miles of my home. And I suppose you understand me well, and I understand all people, clean, loud, really, really good linking. I am impressed. OK, Scott, me présenter à ton réseau, it's for give me my handle and how. V2 VAW, René à Granby. Merci, Scott.
Thanks for joining us, and looks like you're new to the system and you don't have an email on the QRZ. If you make that email public, well, you'll get a welcome letter from us. Not a lot of spam, just a nice welcome letter. Appreciate you joining us, and don't be a stranger. Next up, WD8 PIC, Bob down in Sylvania, Ohio. Good morning, Bob. WD8 PIC. Bob, are you with us? Moving right along. Let's go to KB2 POB, Patrick in Mastic, New York. Good morning. KB2 POB, are you still with us? Well, meanwhile, back at the ranch, we'll go to KC3LAV, Mike in Lidditz, Pennsylvania. I know he's still with us. Good morning, Mike.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning. This is KC3LAV, Mike in Warwick Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. It's overcast here today, about 65 degrees, and that's a pretty wonderful morning here on the deck. Watching the squirrels. Yes, we answer a pretty good number of surveys, and hope everybody's having a good time, and we look forward to hearing from y'all, and thanks for being on the net. KC3LAV, we're clear. Standing by.
Thank you, Mike, and I can't believe we're 10 degrees warmer than you are this morning. A little strange. Have a great day. This is W2BLT. Next up, one of your hosts here on the Morning Brew, N2BH Bill in Palmyra, New York. Morning, Bill.
Hey, good morning, Scott, Vicky, everybody. You can put me in the yes column. Things I buy in that, yeah, I'll fill them out. And the rest of the day, have a luncheon with the retired deputies, and then staying cool. N2BH.
Alrighty, Bill. Yes, it is, and I'm glad you're going inside and not having a picnic outside today. Appreciate you joining us. VA3 CRF, Vern up in Waterdown, Ontario, Canada. Good morning, Vern.
Good morning, Scott. Everybody on the brew, thanks for picking me up. Yeah, it's going to be warm today. It's already 80 up here, so it's going to be sticky. In terms of the question of the day, Scott, occasionally I will answer the survey if I've received good or extraordinary customer service. Quick example, I once took the train into Toronto to hear an author speak, wanted to take a copy of one of her books to get it signed. The bookstore online portal said they had 5 copies, but they had moved them to another location because of a bigger author festival. The manager sent someone to that location. They brought a copy back for me, texted me when they had it. I picked it up and got the author to sign it. I will tell you, I gave those guys a great review by name. Hope everyone has a great day. Stay cool, everybody. VA3CRF.
Thank you, Vern. True customer service always works. Appreciate you joining us. Let's go to VA3 KTJ, Jinsuck up in LaSalle, Ontario, Canada. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everyone on the net. Putting it down for now. I usually find the service doesn't take too long. Everyone have a great day. It's a free for all. This is VA3 KTJ. Thanks for that control.
Alrighty, Jinsuck, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. The question of the day, everyone, is do you generally answer surveys after you've had service or made a purchase? And this is W2BLT. Let's go to KE0NCV. Phil up in Rockville, Minnesota. Good morning.
Scott, Vicky, and everyone on the net this morning. We've got some nice cool weather coming our way, but right now I'm reading 69 degrees on my weather station. I don't respond to surveys. I find that if I do that, my spam, internet contacts pick up, and my snail mail picks up. So I try to stay off the grid as much as I can. Back over to net control. This is KE0NCV.
Alrighty, thanks for joining us this morning, Phil. I appreciate it. KE8SMN, Jeff in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, everyone on the brew. This is KE8SMN. Put me down for yes most of the time. If it's more than 2 or 3 clicks, I lose interest and just give up. Just a comment. I noticed there's a column here. Maybe it's been there and I didn't notice it for the number of check-ins. That's kind of cool and good information. KE8SMN, back to net.
Alrighty, Jeff, thanks for joining us. Yep, and you can keep right along with us there. N4 RSM, Richard in Sumter, South Carolina. Good morning.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I get so many now, I'm probably prone not to. But if it's good service and it'll help an employee, I will. Thanks for running it there.
Alrighty, Richard, thanks for joining us. KC0EQA, Douglas in Hastings, Nebraska. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Scott, and everybody else on the brew crew. This is Doug down here in Hastings. Not too much going on here, just overcast. We've got a little bit of clear sky to the east of us, or west of us, but anyway, maybe clear off a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to say no to the answer, or to the question. So anyway, that's all I've got. KC0EQA.
Alrighty, thank you, Doug. Appreciate you joining us. We recognize some more text check-ins here, and then we'll take some regular ones and run them both. We had KJ4 ZFM, Robert, and 0CKV, Mark. N1 CBM Carlos, W2 RBC Randy, 82 KP Stephen, and KY4 MB Scott. Who else do we have looking to join us this morning? Please come with your call sign twice and slowly.
November 9 Echo Hotel Tango, 988C, good morning, in and out.
Echo 2, Echo Golf Foxtrot.
Kilo 4, Delta India Yankee. Kilo 4, Delta India Yankee.
Alpha,
EFY,
Romeo,
Yankee 4, EFY.
Y Mobile, in and out, 73.
W2ORT checking in and out, good morning.
WB8FWB, checking in and out.
Let me pick it up there.
Foxtrot Delta Bravo, in and out.
We had, I believe it was WB2OOY, maybe, I don't know. Who was that? Let me tell you who I got here. We got N9EHD Doug, KE2EGF Ivan, KK4 DIY Gene. Looks like a KQ4 VFY Henry in Plant City. We had VA3ERY Eduardo was in and out. We had W2ORT Matthew. Then I got a couple I want to verify here. Was it a WB8 Delta Foxtrot Delta? Could you come back with that, please?
Kilo Delta 2, Foxtrot Delta Bravo.
Righty, we got you, Kyle. But there was a WB8 station in there. WB8, could you come back again?
That's Whiskey Bravo 8, Foxtrot Whiskey Bravo, Jeff.
Alrighty, we got you down there in Romulus, Michigan. Who did we miss in there? Was there anybody else that we missed?
W5, Delta, Bravo, Sierra, Mobile, David in Houston.
Kilo 2, Papa Mike Sierra Mobile. Kilo 2, Papa Mike Sierra Mobile.
Delta 2, November, Lima Mobile, KD2NL Mobile. Kilo Echo 2, George Alpha Tango. Kilo Echo 2, George Alpha Tango. In and out.
Alrighty, we're going to hold it right up there. That's quite a list. And we better get to them before we lose them. We had N8HLN, Mike via the text. We had KE2GAT. Walter in Limerick was in and out. We had Kitty2NL, Chip in the mobile. K2PMS, Paul in the mobile. We had VE3XTD, Eric in Gravenhurst. W7OMH, Mike in Wading River. W5 DBS, David in Houston, Texas. WB2JPQ, Dick in Eden. And KD2SDB, Kyle in Clinton, New York. Let's go to the top of this list. KZ4, or KJ4, ZFM, Robert in Deltona, Florida. Good morning, Robert. And do you generally answer the surveys after you've had service or make a purchase?
Wow,
Wow, good morning, and I hope everyone on the Brew Crew is having a pleasant day so far. Beautiful up here in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania. Just happened to be on vacation up here, and things are beautiful, beautiful. To answer the survey question, no, I don't. I'm like another gentleman I heard in here a little earlier. I get so much spam and crazy stuff on the computer and my phone. It's ridiculous when you do those surveys. So everyone have a blessed day out there. KJ4ZFM up in the Pocono Mountains, Pennsylvania. Everyone stay safe.
Alrighty, thanks for joining us, Robert, and enjoy the rest of your vacation. N0 CKV, Mark in Plymouth, Minnesota. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. I generally do answer the surveys. N0 CKV, back to net.
Thanks for joining us, Mark, and have a good day. Next up, Carlos, one of our team members. N1 is CBM in Hollywood, Florida. Good morning, Carlos.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. Everybody else, beautiful day down here in Hollywood, Florida, 78 and clear skies. A few bunch of clouds on the horizon, but nothing to worry about. For the question, I don't answer those things. I think it's a waste of time, and I haven't had a good experience. I mean, a fantastic experience. You need to have a fantastic experience in order to answer them. So I haven't had one of those in years, so I don't answer them. That's it. N1 CBM, back to you, Scott.
Thanks, Carlos. You have yourself a good day. W2 RBC, another one of our team members here on the East Coast Reflector. Randy in West Seneca. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everyone on the Morning Brew. No, I do not answer surveys on services or a purchase. Once you do, you get put on their email contact list. I really don't need the extra spam. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2, RBC.
Thanks, Randy. Appreciate you stopping by this morning. 82 KP, Stephen in Brooklyn, New York. Good morning.
Scott, Vicky, and the rest of the Brew Crew. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, so I'm going to have to lean more towards the yes column. Hope everyone has a great day. This is 82 KP, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Stephen. Have yourself a great day. KY4MB, Scott down in Memphis, Tennessee. Good morning, Scott.
Well, good morning, Scott, and everybody on the Brew Crew. Brother Randall, if he's listening there. Yes, I do those surveys. If you don't do those surveys, how are they going to get any feedback and change anything? Although lately nobody bothers to get back with me if I ask for something. But anyway, thanks to you and to all the net controls and Miss Vicky and behind the scenes there. KY4NB, back to net. 7-3's off Elvis Barbecue Land.
All right, Scott, have a good day. N9 EHT, Doug in New Caney, Texas. Good morning. N9 EHT, are you still with me? Moving right along, KE2 EGF, Ivan in Gasport. Good morning, Ivan.
Good evening, everyone. Or good morning, I should say. It's definitely this evening right now. Yeah, I'm having a pretty good time here. Just got my QRP station set up in the backyard. Probably hear the Morse code going right now. I'm hunting 40-meter CW POTA. Yeah, to answer the question, I do not answer surveys. I already get enough junk mail from Bitdefender and Zoom, so I don't need any more than that. So, Other than that, this is K3GF back to my control.
All right, thank you, Ivan. Have a great day. KK4 DIY, Gene in Homosassa, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott and Vicky and the whole Brew crew. This is KK4 DIY, Gene in Homosassa, Florida. And my answer is generally yes, especially if it's a product that I have strong feelings about, generally positive, and I think that my comments could help it. So thanks for the question. KK4 DIY 73.
Thank you, Gene. Appreciate you joining us this morning. Let's go to KQ4 of VFY, Henry in Plant City, Florida. Looks like you're new to the system. Welcome.
KQ4, Echo, Foxtrot Yankee. I believe you have me in there wrong.
Ah, that's better. Good morning, Timothy in Columbia. Good morning. U4EFY. Good morning. Oh, good morning to him anyway. We had a VA3ERY. Eduardo was in and out. Let's go to W2ORT. Matthew in Oakland, New Jersey. Good morning, Matthew.
W2ORT, good morning. Yeah, I gotta update that address. Recently just moved, so I'm actually up in upstate New York. I'm about 3 exits from the Canadian border right now. Some gentleman earlier said it's about 78 degrees in Florida, which is crazy because it's about 72 degrees by me right now. So I wonder if it's going to warm up throughout the day and, things are going to go back into their natural places with temperature. So they'd be baking down there, and it's been about 90s up here, so a little rough. But W2RT, say 73, and on my way out, I do not answer surveys if they require my contact information. I do not want spam, as someone else stated. W2RT, everyone have a great day.
Alrighty, thank you, Matthew. Appreciate you joining us. And I don't know, I never thought about the spam thing. I never read my spam folder. I dump it once in a while, but I never read it. Have a great day. WB8, FWB, Jeff in Romulus, New York. Good morning. Nothing but crickets. Let's move on here. KD2FDB, Kyle in Clinton, New York. Good morning.
Good morning. Headed home from work in Watertown, New York. I generally only answer those surveys if I have something specific, good or bad, to say. KD2FDB.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Kyle. Appreciate it. And if you make your email public on QRZ, we'll get you out a welcome letter. And don't be a stranger. We're here every Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 Eastern Time, except for holidays. Well, that's going to do it for me, folks. Thanks to everybody that checked in with me this morning. Thanks to Vicky on the log. And we're going to turn it over to Al, K8BAC, up in Michigan, and he'll take you through the rest of the day. 7-3, everyone. This is W2BLT. It's all yours, Al.
That was pretty good timing, Scott. The little lady inside of my head said it was 8 a.m. So this is Al, K8BAC, along with Vicky, K8BKY, and the kitty cat, logging, keeping us out of trouble. Let's pick up where Scott left off with the Godfather, WB2JPQ. Good morning, Dick.
Well, I'm honored to be here first this morning, Al. Good morning, Al, Bill, Vicky. No, I don't usually answer surveys, so it's a no for me. Have a good day, everybody. This is WB2JPQ.
All righty, thank you, Dick. The honor's all mine. I tell you what, just for the record, if the survey has 2 questions, I'll consider it. But if it sucks you down into more than 4 or 5 questions and turns to the next page, nope, I lose interest, I go away. All right, that is the question of the day. Do you generally answer surveys after a service or a purchase? Let's go to W5, DBS, David in Houston, Texas. Good morning, David.
Good morning. It's 81 degrees in Houston, Texas already. Yes, I do answer those surveys, and I manage to spam pretty well by hitting the unsubscribe button almost immediately. Appreciate you guys every single morning, and I'll check with you tomorrow morning. This is W5DBS, Houston, Texas.
All righty, thank you, David. Have a great day. Let's go to W7OMH, Mike in Wading River, New York. Good morning, Mike. W7OMH, are you with us? Well, hearing nothing, let's go to VE3XTD, Eric, Gravenhurst, Ontario, Canada. Good morning, Eric.
Morning, Al. I don't answer the surveys unless they're very short and have nothing to do with politics. So the answer generally is no.
Well, that's a pretty good rule to live by. Have a great morning. All right, let's go down to K2PMS, Paul, Springville, New York. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning to everybody on the Brew Crew. K2PMS Mobile. I'm actually in the town of Tonawanda right now. I will answer them if it's a business that I regularly visit, but I will do it as anonymously as possible, but no to political and just random ones, for sure. Everybody have a great day on the crew. 84 degrees according to my car thermometer here in Tonawanda, New York. 7-3, K2, PMS Mobile.
Sure you didn't accidentally take a wrong turn and end up in Florida? That sounds like Florida temperatures this early. All right, thanks for checking in, Paul. Have a great day. Let's go to KD2NL, Chip, Cincinnati, New York. Good morning, Chip.
Good morning, Al. Good morning, Vicki and the rest of the crew. I never answer the surveys. I think they're just absolutely ridiculous, the amount of surveys that get sent whenever you buy something. So I'll say 73, you all have a good day, and back to net, K2NL Mobile.
All righty, thank you, Chip. Have a great day yourself. Enjoy. Looks like we got some text check-ins. We got N8HLN, Mike in Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan. We got A88WI, Bernie, Portsmouth, Ohio. We got W8WHK, Bill, North Fort Myers, Florida. We got KQ8U, Bob, and E-Course. We got W2AJR, Andy in Cheektowaga, New York. BE3TCS, Tim in Windsor, Ontario, across the pond from me here. K6AAN, Mike in Valley Springs, California. Let's go through this list here. N8, HLN, Mike in Grosse Pointe Park. Question of the day, do you generally answer surveys after service or purchase? Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Al, the crew. Where it is a thick morning out here in east side of Detroit, 75 with 96% humidity. It's going to be another hot one. Answer to the question, generally no. Unless it's really a superb service that I want somebody to get credit for, generally no. So we'll say 73 to the group from HLN. Have a good one.
Yeah, I was just out in the garden, Mike. It's like breathing water out there. So have a great one. Take care. Let's go to AA8WI, Bernie, Portsmouth, Ohio. Good morning, Bernie.
Good morning to everyone on the crew, and yeah, I generally answer survey questions or surveys, but I'm like you. If it starts getting into too many questions, I just quit it because that's annoying. But I like to give feedback on purchases, so but like political and things like that, I don't typically do. So I'll turn it back to you. I wish everyone 7-3. AA8WI.
All righty, Bernie. Have a great morning. Let's go to W8, WHK, Bill in North Myers, Florida. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. It's 82. 82 degrees here, so it seems like much of the East Coast and probably most of the country is going to be in the 80s and 90s today. It's wonderful. Of course, it is August, so it's still summertime. For the answer for the question, there is no, not generally. Rarely, but not generally. No. Especially when I go to the doctor. It seems like every time I go in to see him just for a minor test or a regular visit, I get like 3 surveys. By the time I get home, there's 3 or 4 surveys waiting for me. And I filled them out in the past, but never again. It's just too much work. You go down a rabbit hole when you have to fill out some of these surveys. Okay, I'll leave it at that. 7-3s, everyone. This is W8, WHK. Everyone, have a great day and a great week.
All righty, thank you, Bill. Yeah, doctor survey should only have 2 questions. Are you still alive? Do you feel better? That's it. All right, let's go to KQAU. Bob, Ecorse, Michigan. Good morning, Bob.
Morning, Al. Vic had pushed the wrong button. I generally don't do the surveys. You can get dealers with them. So I just give up on all of them. Everybody have a good day. KQAU, back to that.
All righty, thank you, Bob. Have a great day. Let's jump down to W2AJR, Andy in Cheektowaga, New York. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Al. Good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. No, I don't do the surveys. You can spend your life doing surveys. Everybody now, everything you do, they send you a survey. So that takes you a day of much time. 7-3, all have a great day. Thank you all.
All righty, thank you, Andy. Have a great day yourself. Enjoy. Let's go to VE3, TCS, Tim in Windsor, Ontario. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning. This is VE3 TCS, and I heartily concur with the gentleman from East Detroit because the weather over here in East Windsor is just about exactly the same, except they measure it in a funny scale over here. Anyhow, I rarely do surveys, not interested in spam and wasting my time. Back to that. Thank you.
All right, Tim. Have a great day. Yep, it's going to get to be warm out there, so just stay in the air conditioning. Let's go to K6AAN Mike in Valley Springs, California. Good morning, Mike.
And good morning to everyone on the Brew Crew. Negative on the surveys. They tend to lead to more spam, so trying to stay away from those things. You guys all have a great day out there. This is K6AAN.
All righty, thank you, Mike. Have a great day yourself. All right, that takes us down to the bottom of this list. It's 10 after 8. I tell you what, 10 after 8, and if you're still mobiling, you're late for work, so you might as well play on the radio. Let's take mobile. Check-ins only. Come now with your call signs twice and slowly.
Bravo 4, Romeo Oscar November, Whiskey Bravo 4, Romeo Oscar November, portable on a mobile, in and out.
Alpha India 8 Whiskey Mobile. AI 8W Mobile.
Foxtrot Charlie Tango, KO6 FCT Mobile.
AR4, Echo, Alpha, Echo. AR4, so Alpha, Echo, in and out.
Alrighty, well, we had KR4, EAE, Robert, Leesburg, Florida, in and out. We had WB4, RON, Ron, in Niagara Falls, in and out. Thanks, guys, for sticking your head in here and saying good morning. Then we had KO6, FCT, David, in Griego, California. Wow. And we had AI8W, Chris, in Allen Park, Michigan. Question of the day, do you generally answer surveys after services or purchases? Chris in Allen Park, AI8W, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone on the Brew. I have a secret. Well, it's not a secret. It's just a trick. I have an email address that I use specifically for that, so that the spam does not infiltrate my usual email addresses. So yeah, I do surveys because I've gotten some pretty nice discounts for doing it from time to time. So back to net, listening out. AI8W.
Alrighty, thank you, Chris. Have a great day. Let's go to KO6, FCT. Good morning, David.
Everybody on the net. So my answer for the question is no. I don't participate in surveys. That's a lot of time, and I just don't like to do that. KO6 FCT, thank you.
Alrighty, thank you, David. So you're new to the system here. If you have a valid email address in QRZ, you receive a welcome letter. Thanks for checking in this morning. Hopefully you make it a practice. Okay, well, that's all for the mobiles. Let's take general check-ins. General check-ins, come now with your call signs twice and slowly.
Whiskey 405 Papa X-ray, Whiskey 4, Papa X-ray, down in Hollywood. Kilo 8,
November 2, Juliet Papa Delta.
K8,
November
USF.
2, Juliet Papa Delta. KF8, CWF, Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie, Whiskey Foxtrot.
3WQE, Kilo Charlie 3, Whiskey Quebec, Echo, Hanover, Pennsylvania.
November 8, Romeo Whiskey Foxtrot. That's N8RWF. Please check me in and out. That's in and out. Good morning, Al.
November Whiskey 4, Quebec. November Whiskey 4, Quebec.
KE2 EED, Kilo Echo 2, Echo Echo Delta in and out.
Kilo 6 Lima November India is 6 LNI. Good morning, Hayward, California. I will be in and out. KO4 UCH, KO4 UCH, mobile, in and out.
Alrighty, let's hold it up right there. That last station, I think we had N0RNE, Jeff in Lewisburg, North Carolina, correct?
That is correct, sir.
Alrighty, Vicky's on the ball this morning, man. I don't know how she pulled half that out of there. Then we had KO4 UCH, Gary in Floral City, Florida. We had a couple of in and outs. We had K6LNI, Lancelot in Hayward, California, and we had KE2 EED, Christopher in New York. Let's see, and we also had N8 RWF, Bill in Trenton, Michigan. They were all in and out. Good morning, guys. Thanks for sticking your head in there. We had some text check-ins, KI5 PMI, Bill in Hobbs, New Mexico, KE6MAE, Larry in Cal Mesa, California, AA5JW, James in Spring, Texas, KC2JPQ, Frank in Lancaster, New York. They were all with the text line. And we have NW4Q, Jim in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, KC3WQE, Tony, Hanover, Pennsylvania, K8WF, Brian in Warren, Michigan, N2JPD, Dennis in Depew, New York, K8UFM, Randall, Brownstown Township, Michigan, W4PPX, Don in Beaumont, Florida. At the top of this list, WB5ITT, Chris in Beaumont, Texas. Chris, do you generally answer surveys after services or purchases? Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. It's a 50-50 shot. It depends. Some I do, some don't. So, I guess maybe is the answer. Hope everybody's having a good morning. WB5ITT, Texas.
All righty, thank you, Chris. Safe travels out there. Have a great day. Let's go to W4PPX, Don in Hollywood, Florida. Good morning, Don.
Good morning to everybody on the Brew Crew this morning. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm kind of 50-50 on if it's a procedure I had for like blood work or something to do with the hospital. I generally do, but anything else I don't bother with. 7-3, have a great day. W4PPX, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Don. Have a great morning. Let's go to K8UFM, Randall, Brownstown Township, Michigan.
Good morning. Good morning to everyone on frequency. This is K8UFM, and that would be a no. My email is out there. Enough is out there in the ether, more than it should be. But with that said, everyone have a wonderful day. This is K8UFM, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Randall. Yeah, I've got one email address that's so much spam that I don't think I've seen any legitimate emails come through it in probably 2 years. All right, let's go to N2JPD, Dennis in Depew, New York. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning to everybody on the Brew Crew. No, I don't usually, unless it's really terrible service, and then I'll let them know. But I think we spend an inordinate amount of time doing what used to be called customer service. Back to you.
All righty, thank you, Dennis. Have a great day. Let's go to KF8CWF, Brian in Warren, Michigan. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. Typically, if the service was average, I do not answer. If it was exemplary or just total disaster, I make sure my voice is heard. Everybody have a great day. Back to net control, KF8CWF.
All righty, thank you, Brian. Have a great day yourself. Let's go to Frank in Lancaster, New York, KC2JPQ. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Al, and everybody listening to the brew. As a rule, no. Sometimes if I had a medical procedure or something like that, I will, but as a rule, I don't do that. And it's supposed to get kind of warm over here today, so everybody make sure you stay hydrated and stay cool. So I'll say 7-3, so I'll send it back to the net. Have a good day, Al. KC2JPQ.
All right, Frank, you have a great day, too. Enjoy. Let's go to KC3WQE, Tony in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Tony.
Yeah, good morning, everybody on the brew. I'm the same as a couple guys before me. I got some pretty good service. If it's above and beyond, I'll usually fill out the survey, and then if it's really, really bad, I'll fill it out. But most of the times I don't. But yeah, I'll try to make my voice heard if they deserve it, or if they don't. Have a great day, everybody. This is KC3, WQE in Hanover.
All righty, thank you, Tony. Have a great day. Let's jump down to AA5, JW, James in Spring, Texas. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Al and Vicky. Thank y'all for running the net. And good morning, Brew Crew. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey James in Spring. It's going to be another hot one today, but that's all right. I got the eye on the prize. We're going to have a lovely winter, so I just keep telling myself that. To the question at hand, I do answer surveys, but only if the service has been really good or really bad. If it's just, averaging what I expect, then there's no point filling it out. With that, I'll say 7-3 and hand it back to Ned. Everybody have a blessed day and stay safe out there. This is Alpha 5 Juliet Whiskey James in Spring, and we'll be monitoring.
All righty, thank you, James. Have a good day. Let's go to KE6MAE, Larry, Calamasa, California. Good morning, Larry.
Well, good morning, everybody on the Blue Crew. Larry, KE6MAE. You guys are complaining about the high 80s. We're going to be at 93, and we're sort of in a cooling trend here in Southern California. I'd like most other people, if it's real good, yes, I'll send a survey or do a survey. If it's poor service, yes, I'll do a survey to let them know. But in between, not generally. And if you order something from Amazon, you want a survey on every product just about. And I don't answer those anymore. Thanks for letting me in. Always enjoy this time if I wake up early enough. KE6MAE.
All righty, thank you, Larry. Yeah, pretty early out there, but we thank you for checking in anyway. NW4Q, Jim in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Good morning, Jim.
Hey, Al, we miss you this part of the world. I'm a no this morning. Have a nice day.
All righty, thank you, Jim. You too. Stay cool down there. Let's go to KI5, PMI, Bill in Hobbs, New Mexico. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Al, and everybody on the brew. Typically, no, I do not fill out the surveys. The rest of the day here is going to be in the mid-90s and a chance of rain. So, hope everybody has a great day. KI5 PMI, back to net.
All right, thank you, Bill. Have a great day yourself. Let's jump down to KO4 UCH, Gary, Laurel City, Florida. Good morning. Well, we got a packet. That's all right. KO4 UCH, are you with us? All right, hearing nothing. Let's go to N0RNE, Jeff in Lewisburg, North Carolina. Morning, Jeff.
Good morning to you and everybody else on the brew. This is N0RNE. For the most part, no, I do not do surveys. I will put in product endorsements, I guess you would say, or I rate the product when you buy something from like Amazon. Give us a report on what you think. And I do that just because that way I know I look at the reviews and such a lot on what I buy. So that's why I do that. And very good with Vicky. You're doing a fantastic job if you can pull those folks out. But with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Nate. This is N0RNE.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Quite frankly, I have no idea how she does it, but I'm glad she does. Okay, we got some text check-ins here. We got AJ0EF, Joe, West Seneca, New York. KK7ZSH, Jason, Milwaukee, Oregon. KR4CKC, Bill in the Villages, Florida. KJ4LXJ, Rex, Crystal River, Florida. K2EPM, Ed, Bethpage, New York. KF8DJQ, Kevin in Bowling Green, Ohio. Let's add to that list. Let's take some general check-ins. General check-ins, come to your call signs twice and slowly.
Kilo Echo 2 Bravo Delta Oscar. Kilo Echo 2 Bravo Delta Oscar. In and out.
Kilo Bravo 5, Sierra Alpha Victor. Kilo Bravo 5, Sierra Alpha Victor. In and out, please.
Kilo Charlie 1 Juliet Papa Delta. Kilo Charlie 1 Juliet Papa Delta. Kilo 5 Yankee November Uniform.
Delta X-Ray Bravo.
K5 YNU Mobile. In and out.
Delta X-Ray Bravo. W2KJV. W2KJV. KJ5 here, JJ. Mike Whiskey. KJ5 here, JJ. KJ5 here, JJ. November 2, India Sierra Kilo. November 2, India Sierra Kilo.
Kilo Charlie 5 Charlie Papa Oscar. Kilo Charlie 5 Charlie Papa Oscar. Alpha India 5 Lima Mike. Alpha India 5 Lima Mike. Mobile. In and out. Charlie 3 Foxtrot Golf Delta. Kilo Charlie 3 Foxtrot Golf Delta.
By golly, that was a pretty good little list. First of all, somebody's out there has got their HD sending out APRS packets. If you could turn that off, that's coming through on the East Coast Reflector. And we all know where we are this morning. Let's go up this list. First of all, acknowledging the in and outs. We got AI5LM, Marcus, Houston, Texas. K5YNU, Florin in Conroe, Texas. KB5SAV, Jason, St. Amant, Louisiana. KE2DBO, Anthony in West Berlin, New Jersey. They were all in and out. Thanks, guys, for saying good morning to us. Safe travels. Have a good day. Let's go up the list here. We got KC3FGD, Ray in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. KC5CPO, Dave in Burleson, Texas. N2ISK, Bob in Woodbridge, New Jersey. KJ5LJJ, Gregory in Purvis, Mississippi. Got KJ5IMW, Robert, Houston, Texas. W2, KJV, Tony in Homosassa, Florida, one of our facilitators. We got KJ5DXB, Frank in Sugar Land, Texas. We have KC1JPD, Jeff, Milton, Vermont. And think we already went up the rest of the list. So let's start with AJ0EF Joe, West Seneca, New York. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Al, Vicky, and the rest of the Brew crew. I'm like a lot of people. If it's really good, I'll do a survey. If it's really bad, I'll do a survey. But those are the ones I actually fill the comments in on. I've worked in customer service, so I know how important those surveys are. So if it's just middle-of-the-road service, I'll just do the stars or whatever they want. With that, I'll turn it back to Net Control. This is AJ0EF.
All right, thank you, Joe. Have a great day. Let's go to KK7 ZSH Jason, Milwaukee, Oregon. Good morning. Good morning.
Al, good morning, Vicky, and good morning to the rest of the Brew crew out there. I hope everyone's having a great day. As far as the surveys go, unless it's like most of the people, it seems like out here, if it's really, really good or if it's really, really bad, that's about the only time I'll fill out those surveys. I got way too many more things to do in life to fill out all those surveys because there's a lot. 73 to all, KK7, ZSH.
Life's short. I agree. All right, thanks, Jason. Have a great day. KR4 CKC Bill in the Villages, Florida. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, everybody on the brew this morning. I'll only do surveys with companies that I regularly deal with or I am familiar with for purchases or regular services. So put me down for, I guess, a yes. KR4CKC. You all have a good day, 73.
All righty, thank you, Bill. Wow, we reached the bottom of the hour already. This is Al, KABAC, along with Vicky, K8BKY. Log it for me. Keep me out of trouble. Scoot the cat out of the way every once in a while. And I get a kick out of that, by the way. Let's go to KJ4LXJ Rex, Crystal River, Florida. Do you generally answer surveys after a service or a purchase? Good morning, Rex.
We try to answer surveys on hotels, and the wife does restaurants, especially if she's got a really good server. Kind of helps people know what they're getting before they get there. KJ4LXJ, back to the net.
All righty, thank you, Rex. Have a great day. Let's go to K2EPM Ed, Bethpage, New York. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning. Hope everybody on the net is doing well. And just for a point of information, the home QTA Bethpage, New York. Currently I'm coming to you from Nassau in the Bahamas. And to answer the question, I'm going to say 60% of the time I will respond to surveys. Sometimes, it all depends on how busy I am and how much email there is to weed through and such. Hope everybody has a good day. Back to Net Control. This is Kilo 2 Echo Papa Mike.
All righty, thank you, Ed. Last year I was in Nassau and I learned one thing, that Nassau runs on their Dunkin' Donuts. So stop and get you a big coffee. All right, let's go to KF8 DJQ Kevin in Bowling Green, Ohio. Good morning, Kevin.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is KF8 DJQ. That would be no. I generally do not. Like everybody else, occasionally I will, but that's a no for me. And I'd like to give a little shout out to Carlos N1 CBM this morning. I'm going to try giving you a shout after the net is over, in case you happen to be standing by. Thanks much. 73's Doll, KF8 DJQ, back to Net Control.
All righty, thank you, Kevin. Have a great day. go to KC1 JPD, Jeff, Milton, Vermont. Morning, Jeff. Okay, let's go to Sugar Land, Texas, KJ5DXB, Frank. Good morning, Frank.
KJ5DXB, good morning to you, Al, to Vicky, and everybody out there. I would be a no also. Thanks for the check-in. Everybody have a great day. KJ5DXB, back to you, Al.
All right, Frank, we got you down as a no. Have a great day, sir. Stay cool. One of our facilitators, Tony, in Homosassa, Florida, W2KJV. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, Al. Good morning, everyone on the Morning Brew. Al, generally, I'll have to say no, I do not fill out the surveys. Hope everyone has a great day. Back to you, Al. W2KJV.
All right, thank you, Tony. I just got to laugh because I just scanned my work email and I've got a survey in there. All right, let's go to KJ5 IMW, Robert, Houston, Texas. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning, all Brewsters. That would be a yes for me. Good, yes. Bad, yes. Either way, they're gonna get my opinion. KJ5 IMW, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Robert. Yeah, Robert falls into the if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't ask for a category. I'm good with that. Let's go to KJ5LJJ, Gregory in Purvis, Mississippi. Good morning, Gregory.
Good morning, crew. Generally, I do not answer the surveys. It leads to more and more spam. Hope everybody have a nice day. It's going to be another hot one here. KJ5LJJ, Purvis, Mississippi. And I'm quiet.
All right, thank you, Greg. Have a great day. Let's go to N2ISK, Bob in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Alan Group. Yeah, well, I used to do it, but not much anymore. The only case now is if it's exceptionally good or exceptionally bad. As far as I'm concerned, life is too short for lots of surveys and everything you buy. Oops. Or for electric cars that you have to sit around and charge. So there you go. Have a good day. We're going to be up here in the 90s today. Not so good there. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. Have a great day and stay on the cool side of the door. Let's go to KC5 CPO, Dave in Burleson, Texas. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, everyone, from the great state of Texas. Mobiling around and had a couple close calls here. People driving too fast. Almost got rear-ended twice. Anyway, surveys, they are very important. I work in the healthcare industry and, we take those things seriously, at least in my company. And helps us learn and makes us better. So, yeah, in response to your question, yes, I do fill out surveys because they are important. Anyway, back to you. Thanks for taking my check-in. KC5CPO.
All righty, thank you, Dave. Have a great day. Let's go to Ray in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, K3FGD. Good morning, Ray.
Hey, good morning, Al, Vicky, everyone on the brew. Very seldom do I respond. Usually people or companies that I deal with, other than that, do not respond. As far as the rest of the day, just getting ready to head down Water Donuts for our Thursday wood shop meeting, and it's my turn this week to clean the wood shop, so I got to get out of here. Everyone have a wonderful day. I'm back to net control.
All righty, thank you, Ray. And have a good day. Pick out some good donuts. All right, got a couple of text check-ins. We got W2EM Chuck in Lancaster, New York, and KC2GRN Joel in East Yaphank, New York. Let's go to Chuck, W2EM. Good morning, Chuck. Do you generally answer surveys after service or a purchase?
Good morning, Al, and Vicky and the rest of the brew crew. Normally, no. Probably 90% of them I don't, unless it's important. You know, I figure most of these surveys are just marketing ploys anyway, so I don't bother. Back to that, W2EM. Have a great day.
All right, thank you, Chuck. Have a great day yourself. Let's go to KC2GRN Joel. Good morning, Joel. How are you?
Good morning, Al, Vicky, and everybody on the Morning Brew, KC2GRN. Generally, I do fill out the surveys, you know, just to give them my opinion, I guess. What the heck? They asked for it, right? Anyway, looking at a warm, sunny day, I'm mobile this morning here down by the bay trying to catch some snappers. That's not going so well. Anyway, KC2GRN back to net.
All right, thank you, Joel. Just remember, worst day of fishing is better than the best day at work. Got one more text check-in. WA8CLG, Doug in Homosassa, Florida. Good morning, Doug.
This is WA8CLG. Very good morning, everybody. Beautiful morning here in Homosassa this morning. I've already been out for a little bit of a bike ride, so as answer to the question, I do not answer surveys. They come all the time. My wife got involved with one time, and it was almost impossible to get him to stop. So that cured us of that one. Everybody have a good one. WA8CLG. Back to you, Al.
All right, thank you, Doug. Have a great day. Takes us down to the bottom of this list. It's 8:43. Let's start another one. General check-ins. Come with your call signs. Twice and slowly.
Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Bravo Mike. 4, Foxtrot Bravo Mike.
KF0, MHN, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Mike Hotel November.
KD2, IWN, KD2, IWN.
K4, PJM, K4, PJM.
November 1, Whiskey, Echo, Bravo. November 1, Whiskey, Echo, Bravo.
Alrighty, well, we got Webb in 1WEB in Collierville, Tennessee. K4PJM Perry, Leesburg, Florida. We got KD2IWN Tim in Hamburg, New York. KF0MHN Bill, East Bethel, Minnesota. And KO4FBM Jose in St. Cloud, Florida. Question of the day, do you generally answer surveys after a service or a purchase? KO4FBM, good morning, Jose.
Good morning, Brew. The answer is
answer right there at the end, but we got your answer, Jose. Safe travels, my friend. Have a good day. Let's go to KF0MHN, Bill, East Bethel. Good morning, Bill.
Hey, good morning. I do try to answer surveys as long as they don't get ridiculously long, but I try to help the companies out, and I know they value those. So yes, give me a yes on that. This is KF0MHN, and have a great day.
All righty, thank you, Bill. Have a great day yourself. Let's go to KD2, IWN, Tim, Hamburg, New York. Good morning, Tim.
Well, good morning, everybody. Alan Vicky on the Brew Crew. I know this isn't a purchase or a service, but everybody here today is taking a survey. You're answering a question, which basically is a survey every day here. But for purchases and services, yeah, sometimes I do. And, you know, usually the email thing is optional, so I try to leave that blank. But they just need to know about how their service was. Usually mostly services. So, thanks everybody for what you do. 73, enjoy your day. KD2 IWS.
Yeah, Tim, I was thinking about that same thing too. Isn't this in essence a survey? Start every day out with a one-question survey. You might as well. Thanks for checking in this morning. Let's go to K4 PJM Perry in Leesburg, Florida. Good morning, Perry.
Good morning, Al, Vicky, and everybody on the Brew. We generally do yes if it's an online survey. If it's something that responds to us, we can just decide how we're going to answer the questions. Anything by phone or no, we don't do that. But online surveys, we will do that. Everybody have a great day. K4 PGM, back to net.
All right, thank you, Perry. Have a great day. Let's go to N1 WEB Webb in Collierville, Tennessee. Good morning, Webb.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Vicky. Good morning to the net. Yeah, you can put me down as a no. I think I kind of agree with the other guy. He said usually they're marketing gimmicks, but in some cases they're probably pretty important. But maybe I could work on some of those more important ones. And one WEB, back to the net.
All right, thank you, Webb. Have a great day. Let's go to KQ4 GKO John, New Bern, North Carolina. Good morning.
Good morning, Brew and the net. Yes, I will answer surveys, but I'm pretty careful about my email address, or at least I try to be. And I use Proton Mail, so I'm able to generate an email address for really each survey that I do, and then I can turn them off if they start getting spammy. Other than that, sometimes I have my daughter do it for me. So, have a good day, and 73s everybody, KQ4GKO.
All righty, sir. Have a great day yourself. Got about 10 more minutes. Let's start another list. If you want to get in on the morning brew, come down to call signs twice and slowly.
November 5, Delta Romeo, Juliet 5. November 5, Delta Romeo. Kilo Juliet 5, Hotel Whiskey Whiskey. Kilo 5, Delta Delta Victor. Kilo 5, Delta Delta Victor.
Well, we got K5DDV, Sean in Cypress, Texas. Got KJ5HWW, David in Baytown, Texas. Got M5DRT, Kurt, Morton, Texas. Looks like we got K4KU, Jason in Atlanta, Georgia. There's another Texas station. You are
unintelligible. We can't get you. You're past the end of your string. If you're getting closer to your repeater, maybe you can wait a few seconds and check back in. Anybody else want to get in on this list before we run it? Come now to your call signs, twice and slowly.
Papa Romeo,
Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Echo Victor.
Papa
Kilo
Romeo,
Juliet 5, Charlie Echo Victor.
November Whiskey 3 United NW3U.
All right, we got David in Garner, North Carolina, NW3U. Looks like we had KJ5CJV Steven in College Station, Texas. And we had K8PRO Paul in Stockbridge, Michigan. Then we had K4KU Jason in Atlanta, Georgia joining in. All right, let's run this list. Question of the day. Do you generally answer surveys after services are purchased? Let's go up to N5 DRT Kurt, Morton, Texas. Good morning, Kurt.
No, I normally don't. That's a no. It's about the RT.
All righty, thank you, sir. Have a great day. Let's go to KJ5 HWW David in Baytown. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Brew Crew. I typically don't, but every once in a blue moon, if it's something I really like, I'll give a review, but typically no.
All righty, thanks, David. Have a great day. Let's go to K5DDV Sean in Cypress, Texas. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Brew Crew. Wonderful morning here in Cypress, Texas. Heading out to Stephen F. Austin Park to try to do a POTA activation. But anyway, I normally do, especially for any type of medical service I get at the doctor's office, or if I have to go to the emergency room or anything like that. Being in the medical field myself, working in a hospital, I know how important those Press-Ganey scores are and those surveys are for the medical facility. So I normally do. And again, thank you for running the net. Good morning to everybody out there. Y'all have a safe and blessed day. This is K5DDV. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Sean. Have a great day. Good luck with that POTA activation. Let's go to K4KU Jason in Atlanta, Georgia. Good morning, Jason.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Checking in from Chihuahua, Mexico today, and we'll be here all week for a trade show. And no, actually, I do not normally answer surveys. I feel like every time I've tried to do it before, the survey's taken way too much time. They wanted too much, so I'm a no. Have a great day. Back to net control. This is K4KU.
All right, thanks, Jason. Have a great day. Enjoy being down there in Mexico. Let's go to K8. PRO Paul over there in Stockbridge, Michigan. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning. This is K8PRO. No, I try to avoid surveys because they take too long to fill out, and then once you do fill them out, you start getting spam emails and texts and wanting you to do more surveys. So I try to avoid them as all as possible. So everybody have a good day. This is K8PRO.
All right, thank you. You have a great day yourself, Paul. I think the next one up we had KJ5 EJV, John in Ingram, Texas. Is that correct? That KJ5 EJ station. Can you come back with your call sign, please?
Kilo KJ5CEV. KJ5CEV, this is James in Humble.
There we go. James in Humble, Texas. Good morning, James. Do you generally answer surveys after a service or purchase?
Mine all depends on the service given and where I'm going. Some of them yes, some of them no. Probably 50-50 on it.
All righty. Thank you for checking in this morning. We got you. And safe travels out there. Let's go to NW3U, David in Garner, North Carolina. Good morning, David.
Well, good morning to you and everybody else on the Morning Brew NW3U here. As far as the question goes, I'd have to say probably yes on a greater part of them. There are some that I don't do, but I'd have to put me in the yes box for that. And hope everybody has a good day, and if it's appropriate, stay dry. And we're going to try to do that here in North Carolina. 7-3s, everybody, and try to catch you tomorrow. NW3U.
All right, thank you, David. Have a great day yourself. Next up, we got a text check-in, WB1DXN, Daryl, out in New Hampshire. Good morning, Daryl.
Good morning to the Brew Crew from wonderful Hampton, New Hampshire. And I generally do not do surveys. However, I've got one from a hospital now that I started out with a 2-day stay for knee surgery, ended up for 3 on that one, and then I was classified as something else and stayed 12 days, and they sent me a survey, and I think there was 32 questions on it, and I'm trying to get my head wrapped around to do that, but they're going to keep bugging me until I get it sent. Other than that, I've got a couple of places that I do the survey after the phone call. One is my health insurance company. Generally, within 30 seconds after they get done with some of the recordings, a live person comes there, and whatever your problem is, they find solutions for you. And if they can't do it, or you have multiple things, they pass you on to somebody else, and they stay with you until the end. And then at the end of that, I give them a good survey. And there was also a food delivery one time that I gave them good surveys because they get on the phone within about 30 seconds. Those guys, I do and treat them real well. Back to net control, the WB1 DXN. All have a good day.
All right, Daryl, you have a good day, too. Enjoy. Okay, that's the bottom of that list. We're going to take 2 more check-ins. 2 check-ins, and then I'm going to cut it off. Come with your call signs, twice and slowly.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Tango, Bravo, Bravo. Whiskey Alpha 5, Tango, Bravo, Bravo. Over. Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie, recheck.
All righty, well, there we go. We had Bob, WD8PIC, and then we had Reed in Lubbock, Texas, WA5TBB. Question of the day, do you generally answer surveys after service or purchase? WA5TBB, Reed, Lubbock, Texas, good morning.
Good morning to all. I just now joined net, so I haven't been able to keep up with the questions or responses, but it's good to hear you on WA5TBB.
Well, that was an easy question, so we'll ask you. Do you generally answer a survey after a service or a purchase, or do you usually ignore them and go on your way?
Some things just deserve and cry out to be ignored.
I kind of like how you put that. All right, thanks, Reed. Have a great day. Finally wrapping it up. WD8PIC Bob down there in Sylvania. Morning, Bob.
Yeah, good morning. Sorry about that. I had when I checked in the first time, I had something extremely important come up, and it couldn't wait. So it depends. Most of the time, no. But yeah, most of the time, no. So everybody have a great day, and guys. I've got fluid in the legs really bad. I've had it all my life, but it's not this bad. And I'm doing all the right things. I'm on a super salt restricted diet, and it's still getting worse. So I got a doctor appointment on Thursday, so pray that I can make it till then. I'm going to go eat my oatmeal, which has a little bit of fluid in it, but, you know, little or no salt in it. So anyway, everybody have a great day. WD8PIC.
All right, Bob. Well, I hope they can get it taken care of and get you better, bud. You have a great morning. And with that, the little lady inside my head says it's well past 9 a.m. This is Al, K8BAC, along with Vicky, K8BKY, Scott, W2BLT, and everybody on the Morning Brew. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in on this edition of the Morning Brew. And we'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We now return the East Coast Reflector to its normal, everyday amateur use. 73s, everybody.
Frequency in use, AB7IC. Okay, Buzz, K1 Echo X-ray from Tom in Tucson, AB7IC. Good morning, Buzz.
AB7IC K1EEX, good morning, Tom. How's everything there in Tucson?
Everything is A-OK. Finally, we're starting to see some evidence of rain coming. Our fingers are crossed. Pat's good, I'm good, the kids are good, and hopefully you're feeling good as well, Buzz. Back to you.
Yeah, doing well here. Temperature right now is 79 degrees, going to go up to 95. Once again, we've been having one wicked stretch of beautiful, sunny, hot days. Temperature, though, is going to cease being so hot starting tomorrow. We may get a little rain, but after that, a good 10 days more of sunshine, but not as hot. Anyway, Lucille comes home tomorrow night. She's been away at Fort Worth, Texas for about 7 days, and she's ready to come home. She's tired of that 100 plus heat, so be good to have her back. Back to you.
Yes, sir. If she's been gone 7 days, I'm sure you'll be glad to have her home. It's fun being bachelor for a while, but it does get old after a week. Very good. Well, I don't have much else to report. We'll keep it short as always, but very happy you're there, and we continue to make this QSO. And have a good week, Buzz, and welcome Lucille home. I'll be clear after your final and disconnecting. This is AB7IC and Tucson. Back to you, Buzz.
Yeah, everything like I said is well here. I had a quiet birthday all alone. Had a nice big $40 steak, and that was it. 77 now, Tom. We're getting old. Anyway, you have a great day. Give my best to Pat, and we'll catch you next week. This is AB7IC K1EEX, and I'm clear.
Very belated happy birthday, 77. You're ahead of me. I'm only creeping up on 75. See you next week. I'll be clear, AB7IC.
KF8DJQ for N1CBM. KF8 DJQ for N1 CBM. KF8 DJQ monitoring.
Kilo Quebec 4, Kilo Hotel, radio check, please. Radio check loud and clear. You got good sound, good audio, and you're coming in fine.